Recently, I beat Plants vs. Zombies, and I couldn't help but feel the urge to make a personal tier list on every plant and zombie in the game. So sit back and prepare for the hate comments down below. The first plant we get introduced to is the Peashooter, which although stands weak on its own, with support they just do their job. And overall, it is weak compared to many other plants, but it makes up for it with its cost efficiency. That's why this bad boy is going into the B tier. Pretty self-explanatory. Next we get the Sunflower, which basically just produces 25 sun each time, serving as support, and I can't personally rank it, but it is the goat of this game in my eyes. Next is the Cherry Bomb. Nothing much more to say, other than it's still useful even by the boss level. Absolute GOAT, easy S tier.
Next up, the Walnut. Simply put, I can't rank it as it's a support plant, but it's a damn good one at that. Very cheap and very good defense. Up next, the Explodo Nut. Although only utilized in bowling levels, for what it was, it's easy S tier. Nothing much needs to be said. Coming up, Potato Mine. A lot of people might disagree with the position, but I personally don't see the use in them. Very cost efficient maybe, but the time it takes to pop up is not worth it compared to other bomb plants. Personally, F tier. Next, the Snow Pea. This plant is a necessity, honestly. It's a very strong stun unit and is 100% worth the price. A good balance between stunning and attacking. Others might disagree on this, but it's S tier. Next is the Chomper. To put it short, not really worth it overall. Price wise and utility wise, way too long to digest a zombie. F tier. Last of the day plants, the Threepeater. In terms of price, it isn't too bad. You do get more DPS, but honestly, in my opinion, it's not really necessary most of the time. That's why it's going in B tier. First up, the basic zombie. Since the beginning, they've been so easy to kill, even a wave of them. Nothing more to say except for F tier. Next, the Flag Zombie. Just like their cousin, they themselves is useless, only leading the wave of a raid of zombies. Simple F tier. Next up, we got Coneheads. Coneheads are slightly better than normal zombies. They have increased durability. Even with 2 stacked Peashooters, they go about halfway in the yard. Still C tier. Next up, Pole Vaulting Zombie. They are faster than a lot of zombies, and they can also hop over a typical walnut. However, they can be dealt with quite easily, just short of B tier. Lastly, the Buckethead. Very durable, able to fairly storm through the lawn even with the suppression from the Snow Pea. All considered, it can be dealt with through the right force. B tier.
First up is the Puff-shroom. This is arguably the best plant in the game, and for one, it's free. The cooldown is also very good, as well as their great damage. Well, I mean, when you place multiple of them. And they're really a solid unit overall, so it's S tier. Next, the Sun-shroom. Very self-explanatory. Produces sun much like the sunflower, and it has 2 stages, a small form and the real form. Still produces 25 sun at the end. Up next, we have the Fume-shroom. Fume-shrooms deal decent spread damage and counter screen door zombies. It's a good price, deals decent damage, and overall, I think they're B tier. Next, the Grave Buster. The only purpose of this play is to demolish graves, which can spawn zombies. No real damage, and it's really just support. Next is the Hypno-shroom. I never had to use them. It's not really that worth it. It's going straight to F tier. Next up is Scaredy-shroom. This plant is arguably the worst plant in the game. It has horrible damage and it gets scared, leaving it to be fucking useless. So for that reason, it's going in F tier. Up next is the Ice-shroom. I personally don't use this man. The reason why is because he don't last that long. Obviously, he's an instant freezing unit and I don't like him, but he's going into support.
Lastly, the Doom-shroom. The Doom-shroom is good at their job, able to explode a lot of zombies in a radius. It's a little cheaper than the cherry bomb, S tier.
The newspaper zombie, simply put, is more comical than threatening. You break his newspaper and he starts running at you maniacally, and then he just dies because he's shit. F tier. Next up are screen door zombies, and they're pretty durable unless you have a Fume-shroom in your hands. Otherwise, they're C tier.
When dealing with football zombies, they're pretty troublesome. There's tricks with dealing with them, but they're still a pain, A tier.
Dancing zombies themselves are weak, but with the power to summon 4 zombies, that makes them go to C tier. And if you thought the dancing zombies were weak, the background zombies are weaker. So that's why they're going to F tier. Lily pads basically allow you to place plants in the pool. Not much I can say besides it's good support. Coming up next is the squash. He's one-shot unit, he's very cheap. That's all I gotta say. This puts him at S tier. Coming up next is the Threepeater. It costs 3 times as much as a regular Peashooter, if not a little bit more, and it doesn't really do as much as you think it would. So I'm gonna put it at F. Next up is Tangle Kelp. Me personally, it does the job, but I can't see it as an attacking plant. It's rather support. Next up is the Jalapeno. Realistically, you won't really use this compared to the cherry bomb, but it does its job. Therefore, I'll put it at A tier.
Next, Spikeweeds. Spikeweeds are good because no zombies can damage them. They don't do good damage, but they are really good against Zombonis, which are themselves a pain in the ass. With all in mind, they're A tier.
Up next is the Torchwood. All it does is buff regular P damage and gives a fire effect on zombies. For that reason, it's going in support. Up next is the Tall Nut. It's just an upgraded version of the Walnut, and you're not realistically going to use it as much as you think you would. I'm still going to put it in support. The first zombie we get introduced to in the pool levels is the Ducky tube zombie. He likes to go and swim in the pool. Besides that, he ain't special. His health is just like a basic zombie, placing him in F tier. With pool levels bring new zombies, and the one addition would be the Snorkel Zombie. He likes to hide under the water to avoid any damage that might come his way, but he can be dealt with pretty easily, so I'm putting him into C tier. The next zombie will be the Zomboni. What he likes to do is he likes to run over your crops, any of them. He's hard to deal with his durability, but he can be dealt with insta-kills like Spikeweed, cherry bombs, and squash. So for this reason, I'm putting him into A tier. Up next are the Bobsled zombies. They like to come after the Zomboni's trail, and they can be a handful, but they're not that difficult to deal with if you have a couple plants on the yard. So for that reason, they're going into B tier. Up next is the Dolphin Rider zombie. This guy can be a pain if you don't know how to deal with him, but he's very simple. All you gotta do is put a lily pad in front of him and he becomes like any other zombie. For that reason, he's going into C tier. first plant we get introduced to for the fog levels is the Sea-shroom. It's just like the Push-shroom, but the Sea edition. It's free, but its recharge is a little bit slower. I'll still put it in S tier. Up next is the Plantern. This basically provides support during the fog levels, as it allows you to see through the fog. Pretty explanatory. It's support. Up next is the Cactus. It really doesn't serve no purpose besides popping balloon zombies. And their motherfuckers are annoying, but let's be honest, this doesn't serve much purpose besides that. So it's going in D tier. Up next is the Blover. Really, you're not going to use it, because the only purpose it serves is to blow away the fog and the balloon zombies away. But that being said, we're going to put it into support. The Split Pea is one of those plants you're not ever going to use, and I mean in any situation, because it doesn't do the job right. Its only purpose is to kill the digger zombies that get behind your plants. And even then, it doesn't really protect your sun or anything that's in the very back of the row, so I'm putting this bad boy in F. Coming up next is the Starfruit. He's one of my favorites because you can use him in almost any situation, and all you gotta do is spam him. He gets the job done, he shoots in multiple directions, he's great. S tier. Next up is the pumpkin plant. Now this is a type of plant that you can place on top of your other plants, and it'll protect it, kinda like how the walnut does. For that reason, it's going into support. Lastly, we have the Magnet-shroom. Now this plant's only job is to take away any metal objects from a zombie, which further weakens them. Obviously, this is going into support. The fog levels bring a lot of annoying zombies, and one of those zombies is the Jack-in-the-Box. Now the Jack-in-the-Box would like to blow your whole fucking thing apart. That's if you can reach it. His durability shit, so he's going to C tier. Up next is a Balloon Zombie, and I have personal beef with this man, because he's the only reason why I lost twice in the gameplay. Besides the fact, this man likes to go and fly above your whole defense, so you can't really shoot him. Unless, of course, you have the Blover or the Cactus. That's the only two ways you can get him. That's why he's going in A tier. I don't give a shit. Speaking of avoiding plants, the next zombie we're gonna talk about is the Digger Zombie. This motherfucker likes to go underneath your whole fucking yard so he can avoid getting hit. And what does he do after that? He don't go inside your house. This man likes to eat the fucking brains of the plants and shit from behind. That man's weird. He going in B tier. For our last zombie on the fog levels, we have the Pogo Zombie. He's a better version of the pole vaulting zombie because he can go over your plants not once, but as many times as he needs. For this reason, he's going to B tier.
Up first, Cabbage-pult. This plant is neither good or bad. There's better replacements, but they do their job overall. In the long run, you won't use them as much as you think you would. Overall, they fall in B tier.
In the roof levels, we get introduced to the flower pot. This allows you to place the plants anywhere on the roof, because you'll need to. Otherwise, you can't place it anywhere. For this reason, it goes into support. Next up is the Kernel-pult. This man likes to stun. While his basic attacks are weak, the stun actually does decent damage, allowing you to get not only damage, but a decent stunning unit out of this man. For that reason, he's going to A tier. Up next is the coffee bean. He likes to make the night plants awake during daytime, and that can be very useful in some situations, especially when you use the Doom-shroom. For this reason, he goes into support. Coming up next is the garlic. A lot of people have mixed opinions on this because you can use him in different ways, but I don't like him. He would be support, but I'm gonna place him in F. Next up is the umbrella leaf. What he likes to do is protect your other plants from the Bungee Zombies that come in later. That's about it. He's support. Up next is the marigold. All it does is produce coins. It's not even worth planting. Why are you gonna use this ever? Support. Actually, I changed my mind. That shit going to F tier, even though it is support. Last but certainly not least, we got the Melon-pult. This man does AoE damage and he has heavy damage on top of that. I think he deserves S tier. The roof offers us a lot of different zombies that come our way, and one of them being the Bungee Jump Zombie. He likes to swoop in and take your plants when he's not looking, when you're not looking, and when the plants ain't looking. Cause he'll swoop in, take your plant, and then boom, he's gone. I'm putting that man in A tier. He's dangerous. Up next is the Ladder Zombie. And you may think, he's not even that scary. That man will get your plant, eat it, and if you got a walnut, say goodbye. He gonna put a ladder right there and it's gonna be useless. But he's still not even that bad, so he's C tier. Next is the Catapult Zombie. And what he likes to do is he likes to shoot basketballs at your plant like he Michael Jordan. And that's about it. He going into B tier. I changed my mind. He going into C tier. Up next are the Gargantuars. Now these motherfuckers are different. They will smash your plants into smithereens. And the reason I say they is because there's not one but two of them. One with pink eye and one without. And I'm gonna rank both of them at the same time. The one with pink eye goes to S tier. And the one without goes to A tier. If you hurt the Gargantuars enough, you get this little fucking midget. And what does he do? He comes and he dies because he's a weak ass bitch. He go to F tier. Last but not least, we got Dr. Zombie's goofy ass. Now his big booted ass motherfucker on the roof is stupid. Now he's really durable, and let me tell you what, he throws vans, everything got your weight. And for that reason, he going to S tier. Screen door zombies are pretty durable and can leave you in a really bad situation. That's if you don't have the Fume-shroom. So that's why we're Fume-shroom. Fucking emo ass corpse husband fucking C tier. It's going in C tier. Alright, welcome to the bloopers. First up on the block is the Peashooter. Now, you're gonna really think about this plant because ain't nobody care about a Peashooter. Next coming up is the Cherry Bomb. Nothing much more to say. Screen door zombies are pretty durable and they can be hard if you don't have the right plant. But they're very weak to shrooms. Coming up next are screen door zombies and they can be pretty tricky unless you have a Fume-shroom. Coming up next are screen door zombies and they are pretty durable unless you have a screen door zombie. Screen door zombies are pretty durable, but with the right plants such as... Next up are the Bobsled zombies. They like to go after the trail of the Zombonis. Fucking sound like Chris Hansen. First plant we get introduced to for the fog level is the Sea-shroom. What's that? Coming up next is the Sun-shroom. Fog level brings a lot of annoying ass zombies. And one of those zombies will be the Zack in the box. The Zack in the box. Motherfucker, Zaxby's ass. Come on. It's cheap. Fuck. It's cheap and it's
Can you
free.
bless me with something?
Oh god.
Money wise.
It's free and it's recharge. Up next is my personal flavor. My personal flavor. So good. Up next is the Umbrella Leaf. He likes to prolific. Up next is the roof levels bring a lot of different variations for the zombies. The first one being the zombies. The roof brings a lot of opportunity to the new zombies that come within. Last but not least, we got Dr. Zombie's stupid ass. What does he do? He ace.
Are they here? Shit, I gotta make a call. Yes, I just wanna go to the city. Shut the fuck up. I'll meet you in the front. What the hell took so long? I've been waiting for an hour. Alright, I'm getting in. Just drive me to the nearest city. Talk about rude service, am I right? So you actually made it out of Five Nights at Where you go? Fuck? Get your grubby heads off me. Where am I? This clean ass yard. Looks like I'll have to escape again.